What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
I always enjoy finding these rare Kobe Bryant stories and gems that really put more perspective on who this guy was as a person and as a player, because so many people have Kobe Bryant misconstrued and confused, and they really don't understand him as a player or as a person. And it's sad when I hear people's opinions on Kobe, and I'm like, well, that's not him at all. And I'm not being biased. I'm just keeping it real. Kobe Bryant is one of the most intellectual people you will ever meet. Kobe Bryant is one of the most humble basketball players you ever meet. Kobe Bryant always pays homage to other players before him, and even players that he's played with and players that have came after him. Kobe Bryant has always sought out help from other greats, especially greats from the past and greats that he's played with, on asking them questions about how do you do this, how do you do that, how do you look at this situation, how do you look at that situation, so that he can learn and be a sponge, a wealth of knowledge, a plethora of knowledge. And that's how Kobe Bryant was triggered. This guy would do things and research things and study things that you would be like, what? Why? He did that to gain some kind of edge in the game of basketball? Before he was going up against Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant went and swam with great white sharks because he felt that Allen Iverson's personality was that of a great white. So he went to meet some great white sharks to study their behavior, to try to key in on what makes Allen Iverson Allen Iverson. That's a true story. I got a video on that in my Kobe Bryant playlist. You can go check it out. The dude was balls to the wall, the type of things he would do. This thing, when Kobe Bryant would take on a task, he would take it on and fully absorb it and try to master everything he did. He taught himself how to play piano. He taught himself how to play one of those Beethoven songs, I'm pretty sure. One of those symphonies, just by listening to it and matching the keys and presenting it to his wife. This is the type of crazy things this guy's done. So this video is the time Kobe Bryant asked a 10-year-old girl for life advice. People might be like, what? And me, I'm like, no, I could definitely see Kobe Bryant doing that. Because he probably saw some parallel between how a child's mind, thinks. They don't overthink things. They keep it simple. And maybe in some situations, we do overthink too much. And we should just keep it simple and think like a child would. Sometimes the answers are very simple. Very, very simple. And we make things more complicated than they need to be. It was probably something along those lines where he felt like the opinion of a child would put him in the right direction or give him the answer that he was looking for. This is Kobe Bryant. I haven't even seen this yet, and this is a story I haven't heard yet. But Kobe Bryant has hundreds of stories that parallel things like this that tie into basketball and life. I kid you not, man. Kobe Bryant fans, you have a home here. This is a Kobe sanctuary. My favorite player of all time. All right, let's get into it.
The Kobe Bryant story. All right, so when I was 10 years old, my mom and I were going on a trip for the weekend, and I was a huge Knicks fan growing up. It was the 90s, they were actually good, and that was exciting. I fell asleep the night before during the game, and the internet didn't exist yet, so I didn't have a cell phone I could check. The only option was a newspaper, and we didn't have one. So my mom fell asleep on the train, and as I was sitting there kind of bored, I could see these two men sitting, 8 or so rows ahead of me, and they both had newspapers, and I could tell because they were both really tall, so you could kind of just see the back of their head and then this big newspaper. And I decided that I was gonna go ask them to borrow the sports pages. I was kind of nervous about it because I was 10. But my mom was asleep, so it also felt like this dangerous little activity I was going to go pursue. I think I decided that they must be athletes because they were tall. So part of me thought, I'll just tell them that I'm an athlete too, and then this will be fine. So I walked between the two of them, and I think I did tap his hand and say, "Excuse me, can I borrow the sports pages?" And the guy on the left said to me, "Why do you want the sports pages?" And I said, "Well, because I'm a basketball player." which I'm pretty sure he laughed at that point because I was this like scrawny little girl at that point. So he kind of fumbled through the newspaper and gave me the sports section, and I was starting to thank him and turned to walk away, and he said, "Wait, would you mind if I ask you a question?" And I said, "Sure." And he said, "Do you know who Kobe Bryant is?" So I remember feeling embarrassed, like, I don't know who that is. And then he said, "Well, come sit down, sit with us for a minute. He's gonna ask you a question." And that's when I sat down next to Kobe Bryant. I remember he was kind of half leaning against the window, half facing me. I was between the two of them, kind of looking back and forth, trying to figure out what was going on. Eventually, Kobe asked me if I thought that all high school athletes should go to college as opposed to going directly to the pros. He didn't come across as like cocky and self-assured. He came across as a kid who was asking another kid what to do. I was a pretty precocious little kid, so I immediately started lecturing him that everyone should go to college and that it was important for his future and his career, and what if it doesn't work out in the NBA? Then Kobe said to me that he had to decide tomorrow whether he was going to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers or not. And then I told him that I still thought he should go to college. He takes the newspaper from me and offers to sign it, and I have a copy of the picture here.
That's
and it says,
crazy.
"To Amy, best wishes, Kobe Bryant, number 33. And I proudly took it back to the schoolyard and showed all of my 10-year-old friends who were duly impressed. This happened almost 20 years ago now, and you might think that it was just some random story that happened to me at this point, but I'm now a middle school teacher, and this story is like the coolest thing that's ever happened. Whenever I retell it, kids get really excited and say, "Tell me the Kobe story again," and it gives me a lot of cred with my students, so thanks, Kobe.
That's me trying not to get choked up hearing that story. It hits so much differently, too, now that Kobe Bryant has passed away. This video was uploaded 8 years ago, so the times match. Yeah, I was like trying not to get choked up. That hits differently now that he's gone. Dude was as humble as a basketball player as I've ever seen. Of course, he's going to snarl and, be a cocky SOB on the court and try to demoralize opponents. That's all part of the game. But the guy really was humble as hell, had a good heart. Was he human? Yeah. Did he make mistakes? Yeah. Did he make poor life decisions at times? Absolutely. But, he tried to become a better person from it, and that's how we go about life, man. But yeah, I was trying. I had to keep it down, bro. Don't get choked up listening to that story. But Kobe Bryant, man, it's the type of guy he is. And I've been doing like more Kobe Bryant videos like this than actual direct basketball videos, just because I want to shed light on this side of Kobe Bryant that doesn't get talked about enough. And I'm having fun doing it and sharing it with everyone, especially those of you that, weren't aware of this side of being, you know what I mean? So I don't mind, doing less directly, related basketball stuff and, these things that kind of parallel with the game of basketball in some kind of way. But Lower Merion High School, number 33. Anywho, y'all let me know what you think about it. I appreciate y'all for stepping in. Please give your honest opinion. And if you have any cool Kobe Bryant stories that you would like me to cover, drop them in the comment section, all right? Or, drop them in the comment section and our video and recommendation comment section for our video recommendation video, where I like to keep a hub for all the suggestions. That's in the description of this video, link for it, all right? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.